Okay, shall we?
Yep.
Okay.
So now what, you're gonna come to the same board, first figure
Okay.
recommendation to
Now
ourselves.
that our applicant is here, we can call this meeting of the Planning Board of Village of Webster for October 3rd. We have one item on the agenda this evening, but before we jump into that, let's take a moment to review last month's meeting minutes. Make sure that everything is good, copacetic. We can make a motion to have them accepted, and we can move on.
Conflict of interest here. Moving to West Webster?
See the porch pictures? Okay, Steve, Kathy, good on the minute?
Yep.
All right, motion to,
I'll make a motion to accept the minutes of September 5th.
okay, I'll second the motion. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay. Okay, so we have one scheduled item on the agenda this evening. Mr. Al Abraham, owner of 57 Latham Park, seeks to put a front porch on his house pursuant to Village Code Section 175-13C. The applicant seeks a setback variance of 6.5 feet. The average front setback in the area is 28.3 feet. Your application, or your plan indicates your porch will be within 21.8 feet. Therefore, you seek a 6.5-foot area variance for the front porch setback. So, it's kind of in a nutshell. Like, normally we ask you to give us a little,
Presentation.
we understand, I think it's pretty self-explanatory, the pictures are good.
Yeah, I mean, originally, when the house was built in 1900, originally had a front porch. Sometime, I'm guessing in the 50s, the owner tore the front porch out. Yeah, well,
Didn't want to see his neighbors.
You got a picture?
we have a picture actually
Look at that.
from
Nice.
shortly after the house was built,
Yeah.
before the houses across the street were put up. So that must have been early 1900.
Which one are you?
We are this.
Oh, they all look
Yeah.
looks just like mine.
Same builder.
And in fact, that's exactly my house.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, I'm guessing that some of the ones across the road were in 1904 or 5 in here, so it was somewhere right in
Yeah?
that window when that picture was taken.
Right.
And Dick Batesing had that picture and he gave it to us.
Cool.
We basically want to put that same porch on with just a slight
Right,
change.
a little extra with a little peak on
Yeah,
it,
peek
yep.
out to the stairs, that's all.
Mm-hmm.
And from what I understand, this porch would have required a variance. We would have been 2 feet over, is that correct?
Say it again?
The
If he had done
original
what was
porch would
there.
actually be 2 feet over the,
Yeah.
the limit.
I have to recuse myself, I'm friends with the applicant.
We,
At least I think I am, I don't know.
You don't
Okay.
vote anyway.
So I presume you're gonna do all the work, you're gonna build it yourself, or are you gonna have someone build it for you?
well, I was going to build it myself, but I work for framers, J&M Framers.
Uh-huh.
I retired from the post office last year, and they're friends of mine, so I work for them now. We build houses.
Okay,
So they're gonna come in and we're gonna
Oh,
knock it
yeah.
off. So
I'll bang this thing out
we should bang it out in a couple days.
a week. Very good.
Yep.
Okay. Not that I doubted your competence, because I've seen what you've done to the
Well-
rest of the house, so.
Yeah,
So,
Done enough to it, but it takes time.
I know, well, believe me, I know.
Yeah,
So while you're banging out that porch, you can bang out the rest of the siding and everything.
that's why the siding isn't done. I'm waiting to put a porch on. Then the siding can come around the front of the house.
Yeah. There is a sequence to these things, a method to the
There is
madness.
a method to the
I understand.
madness, exactly.
I understand. So, I have no questions, you guys?
No? All right.
Normally, when the board is finished with their initial questions and inquiries, it's open to public commentary. Rick?
Rick Welder, 20 Elm Street. My comment is, the design I just saw a picture from Will, it's going to match my porch, which on Elm Street actually sticks out even closer to the right of way.
Mm-hmm.
So I would say, go ahead, do it.
Yeah. Yeah, I am a firm believer in having a nice front porch. Obviously, this neighborhood is full of them,
Yeah,
and if anything, it's an attraction to the neighborhood as opposed to a deterrent or something that would be detrimental.
correct.
So,
Plus,
I
it'd be easier
see.
for the gazillion trick-or-treaters that come every year.
Yeah. That's the truth.
okay, so if there is no more public commentary, back to us. Any other questions that pop up in your head, or? Otherwise, all we are here tonight is to, the motion would be for a positive or negative recommendation to the zoning board for a 6.5-foot setback or 6.5-foot variance from the average setback distance in that particular area. Normally, for the sake of the public, normally the codes talk about a 40-foot setback, no less than 20 feet, but there is wiggle room in the language of the code, which talks about an average setback distance. So Will said the average setback distance for that street or within the 300-foot area around your house is approximately 28.3 feet. So you're not less than 20, so you're all right, but your variance is against the average setback.
Yes, so I think the 21.8 feet that we
Yep.
would exactly match 39 Lapham Park. I think that's exactly what they are.
Right.
And that was an original port.
Yep.
It would exactly match that.
So, okay, so if anyone, in fact, you know what? I'm allowed to make motions, right?
Okay,
Certainly.
let's hear what
I
you
will
say.
make a motion for a positive recommendation to the zoning board of appeals for Mr. Abraham to have a 6.5-foot depth variance against the 28 what was it? 6? I forget now.
28.3.
28.3 foot average setback.
I will second that motion.
And all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion is unanimous. Your next
Wonderful.
step is zoning board.
Mhm.
I highly doubt anyone's gonna have any adverse reaction to this. So, good luck with it.
Thank you.
So,
2 weeks.
2 weeks.
Mhm.
sorry?
Football.
Can it,
He wants to go home and watch football.
oh, okay. All right, and yes, the last thing, Joe was gracious enough to give us the training list. It really only applies
I
to
was gonna
me.
say, us or you?
But anybody who, if you want to obviously enhance your skill base and your knowledge base, feel free. But otherwise, I would therefore like to call this meeting, or a motion to close the meeting.
Motion so made.
Seconded.
All in favor? Aye. Okay.
Well, that was record breaking.
Well, we started late. I